Hi guys, another upcycle, and this time I put my camera around the right way so you can see it in a full screen instead of the other way I had the camera. So anyway, getting on with it. I have this white shirt and I want to crop it and I want to add to the sleeves. I want to make it into a cropped jacket. Kind of a cottage core, shabby kind of look, and I wanted an all, you know, white laces, vintagey table placemats, whatever you want to call them, and bits and pieces of stuff that I have. I've got a big bunch of stuff, but a lot of it's got stains on, so I'm just going to put it in. I want it to be in this kind of colour theme, creamy, white, etc. And I want to cut this off first, so when I have measured down, this is 4.5 inches from under the arm down, and I'm going to cut that across, and I don't really care how I'm going to cut it because I don't care if it's even or uneven. I just kind of estimated it in a certain sort of way. So I'm just going to cut that across now. And of course I will take that button off right there because I feel like it's in an awkward place and I might sew over it. So I'm just going to remove that button, but I won't do it right now. And on the sleeves, I want to use this fabric like off the bottom and put it on each sleeve at the end. But in the middle, I want to put a bit of lace band around in the middle, and then this at the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. So it'll be the sleeve, the lace, and some of this at the bottom. I don't want flared out too much sleeves. I just want it so that you can just chuck it over the top of clothes like a dress or I don't know, a long tunic and that over the top and some jeans underneath. I'll give you some pictures at the end on how I would have styled it when I have finished. But right now I want to cut these bits out and get them ready to sew onto the end of the sleeves. Okay guys, I've decided that I'm going to cut up the under the arm sleeve bit down because I will open up the sleeves and it will make it easier for me to sew everything on, including if I want to decorate it a bit more. So I'm going to cut up each side of the sleeve things and then rejoin it again. But I just wanted it just to be easier, so this is an easier way. So I'm just going to cut these out the best I can. I'll do it on this side because it doesn't really matter how they are because I'm going to re-sew the seams again and they'll look tidy again. So I thought it would be easier if I did it this way and undone them and stuck on the laces and also the fabric bit on where I want it to sit and sew it up and cut the extras off. Well, I can cut the extras off now, but that's my idea. So hopefully that works out good. That's what I want to do next. So I'm going to go and do both sides of these and get them ready and then sew them up and then come back. Okay guys, see you soon. Okay guys, I have just sewn the lace onto the ends of the sleeves, and this is what it looks like when it's folded over, and I just sewed them on just straight across and zigzag that. So that's stage one, and now I'm going to go and sew on this bit onto there as well, and then I'll come back. Okay guys, so I've sewn the lace on and the end of the sleeves, and I've cut off the excess, and I don't know whether or not these sleeves are going to be too long, so I'm probably going to have to end up cutting them here, which you can see they're probably too long, but I'll try it on and cut off the excess if needed. But this is what the sleeves are looking like, so that's what it was like, so that I could sew it on, you know, much easier without having to try and get it up under the arm of the sewing machine. So this is what it's looking now. I might want to, I don't know, decorate this up a little bit, maybe some more of this vintage tablecloth and a few squares, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna go and have a look and lay some things down and see how I like it, and if I don't, I won't turn the camera back on until I'm happy with it. Okay, see you soon guys. Okay guys, so like I said, I had to cut some off the sleeves. I cut 4 inches off each side, and I added this little piece that was off the end of one of the sleeves over here. And then on the back, before I join it all up, and the front, the back I might put, I don't want it to be too long, so I might find pieces of this old tablecloth and just do a little line of this at the back. And I don't care if the front and the back are high, low, uneven. I'm just going to just sew this one straight across. The one in the front, I put a little bit of gather. This one at the back, it's not going to be this long, probably about, I'm going to say about 3 inches I'll cut off this, and just stick this on the back piece here, and then I'll come back. Okay guys, see you in a minute. Well, 2 seconds. Okay guys, I've sewn this piece onto the back and did a tiny bit of a decorative stitch along there so it doesn't look yucky inside. So, and now for the last piece in the front here before I join them back together, well, actually I've got to decorate it. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to cut this in half, and I'm going to stick this on each side here. So it'll be this half, and then that one, and that little bit cut off. So I'm going to cut this in half now. And I'm going to put this on this side. And put one here. And yeah, and one like this, and just trim it off. So I'm going to go to the machine now, and I'm going to zigzag and lay it on so it sits flat, and then I'll come back, guys. Okay guys, so now I have sewn the sleeves, the back, and the 2 front pieces, and I I'm still thinking about what I want to, whether or not I want to decorate it. Maybe, I don't know, I might do a couple of little pieces here and there, and a few square pieces. Yeah, I don't know. So this is what it's looking like, and I'm quite happy with it. So this is this part here. I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to think some stuff out, and then pin it on, and then I'll come back and show you what I'm going to do and go from there. Okay guys, I've pinned on whole lots of things, the front piece, some on the sleeves, some on the back, and the other sleeve. I've just pinned on a whole lot of things, and I'm just going to sew those all on with zigzag. And there's a little bit I want to stick on the back here, which is also off the bottom, and I just like that it's all thing, and I'm just going to add that to the back, but I'll show you all of this when I come back, and that should be it. I also will do the end of the sleeves. I'll also hem up the end of the sleeves, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay guys, I have finished, and this is what I've done. I've sewn this bit in the front here, this bit in the front, that bit along that little bit of a trim that I stuck at the bottom, the other bit of the front piece here on the sleeve, and on this sleeve a little bit of rose lace, this patch bit off the bottom, and here on the back is one bit of patch there, and that little bit of the bottom here, which will fray a little, but other than that, that's it. And I've sewn up the sides. All I've got to do is cut off 101 bits of cotton and give it a wash, and then I will stick it on the mannequin. And also I will also try it on, so it'll be on the mannequin, and then I'll style it up for you. So there it is guys. Thanks for everyone for watching this part, and hopefully you stay for the end part to see how it looks. Bye guys.